Hello there, my name is ChrisTenarium, and today I'm playing Sound of Drop Fall into Poison. Now, it's a game published by Sekai Project. I must admit, I have barely played any of their games. I played HRP with the demo thing, and then Wing Cloud's games, and they're not even part of Sekai anymore. So why not give more of their games a try, right? Can I just say, fuck me, this is a nice menu considering what I'm used to in normal EVNs. This might be a JVN translated, I honestly don't know. It's a visual novel, what do we care? Let's hit start and get along with it. Very nice menu. I'm hoping it sort of carries on with this quality. I'm hoping that emblem doesn't stay there throughout the game. Good, it doesn't. Worried me for a second there, damn you. We're in Indigenous Australia? Why is there a didgeridoo? It's gone off slightly. First of all, very nice background, completely black. Text box is quite nice though. Before she realised it, the girl was standing before an imposing door. Alright, first of all, nope. Don't know why it's always set so slow as fucking default, but it's really annoying. The girl occasionally came to Mantem Aquarium alone. She watched the manta rays, she watched the jellyfish, and finally decided it was time to go home. Where is this? She had her doubts, but there should be nothing else there except for the aquarium. She assured herself that she probably wandered off onto a side path. In an aquarium? And don't they hold your hand so you can't get lost? Oh, didn't the one I'd have, goodness who anyway. The door before her had a large padlock hanging from it. Turn around. It's an imposing door and it has a padlock on it. That just means turn around. Just as she had heard, it was unlocked and merely dangling there. Gulp. The girl drew in a breath. Being locked... Oh shit, hang on, I see. Yeah, that's the front door which has been locked. Oh dear. Being locked would usually mean that it was a place she shouldn't enter. Or is it? Being open just meant that a staff member had forgotten to lock it, so going in was out of the question. Her curiosity piqued, she was past the point of persuasion. Her imagination ran wild and her mind raced at the prospect of what might lie beyond the door. There's a padlock on it and you're a small girl. What are you going to do? Smash it with your elbow? Like, just for a little bit. I'm not sure what this music is. Apparently there are weird ex-opera singers who are ghosts in this aquarium. She opened the door and saw lots of glass tanks. Several types of fish hailing from the deep seas, from football fish to oarfish to pelican eels to barrel eyes were swimming about. I only know what one of those things are. Why isn't this an exhibit? She thought it over, wondering why this would be in a closed-off area. Behind her, the door shut on its own. That means run! Don't stay in here any longer than you should. This is a terrible idea. The girl spaced out, staring at the deep-sea fish swimming about. They would leap from the tank and swim in midair. The entirety of the room was the fish in their ocean. Though it was an unnatural occurrence, the girl treated it as quite normal. Wasn't there originally a deep-sea fish booth that was shut down? Well, if it looked like that, I can understand why. It looks like we're looking into the depths of hell. She suddenly remembered at that moment her surroundings were dyed a deep red. Once you look around you and it starts looking like that, you know you're fucked. Oh god, we're not coming out of this alive. The water in the tanks, the fluorescent lights, all of it was red. The girl's vision also became red. They're gonna convert me into a fish? When she opened her eyes, the girl was back in her own room. It was well into the night. She couldn't remember how she had gotten home after all of that. Just don't think about it, love. It's much easier. But more importantly, she had a bad feeling about something else. It isn't red here? She became aware of how hard it suddenly was to breathe. No matter how hard she gasped, she was unable to get oxygen into her body. Like the fish who couldn't breathe anywhere but in the water, she couldn't breathe unless she was inside that red colour. So hang on, we're a sort of mermaid thing? And we can only breathe if we're like in the red stuff. Oh great. She was convinced. On impulse, she threw open the window, leaned out and thrust a hand outside. She couldn't inhale the wind flooding her room. She could only smell its milky, unpleasant scent. Milky, unpleasant scent? Holy shit, you have a lot of things to worry about. That is never good. Smelling a milky unpleasant... Oh god, it's going to be almonds next, isn't it? More! At that moment, the girl's body was tossed into the air. For just a second, her body seemed to float like a fish in the sea. What am I, a bird now? Her room was on the 12th floor of her apartment building. In her fading consciousness, the girl watched her blood flow endlessly from her body. It's red. Well done. Only then could she breathe. Now everything would be fine. The girl smiled. The full moon in the night sky smiled too. What the fuck just happened there? Clearly something, but I don't know what. Drip, drip. The sound of falling drops. The moon was concealed behind the clouds, and all of the lights in the town were covered in water. The sound of it, the only thing left to resonate. She couldn't tell whether it was hot or cold, merely the humid air was encircling her. Drip, drip. Wherever they were falling to, wherever they were coming from, the drops just continued to trickle on. That one looks like it fucking stopped. Oh god, are the drops sentient now too? That single drop, I stopped it with both hands. Drop it. Drop the... Why do you still have the drop in your hands? It's red. The sound of that solitary red drop. This is a bad thing to be happening to you. I hope she's aware of this. We ain't seeing that girl anymore. She is just beyond fucked. Oh good, we're in a classroom. That was interesting before. Can't we go back to that? What suddenly... Don't get me wrong. Oh, they're Japanese names, of course they are. I have a question. Why are so many visual novels set in a school? Did I miss something? That was interesting. I was enjoying that. There was shit going down. Now we're just in a Japanese school. With more than likely characters of varying stereotypes. Or at least there's an urban legend that goes like that. Oh, you were just telling her something? God damn you. Talking about Mantem Aquarium again. That's your new thing, isn't it? I'm not going to remember any of your names. While stuffing her lunch into her mouth, Tamagawa Davette spoke, her eyes sparkling. I had no idea which point in the story got her so excited. That's right. Isn't this the scariest part, that the girl jumped to her death smiling after coming back from Mantem Aquarium? It's pretty bad. That's fucking terrifying. Yet you don't seem the least bit scared, Davette. That's not true. I've got chills running down my spine. Yes, that would explain your smile. Someone who's got chills running down her spine wouldn't be eating a pastry so cheerfully. Hey, it's because food tastes good. Fuck you. Did we just steal her? Yeah, apparently we did. Someone who's got chills running down her spine wouldn't be eating a pastry so cheerfully. And hey, that's my meatball. During a break in the conversation, Davette stole a side dish from my box lunch. Oh, forget it. Box lunch, really? We're now in the world of lunch boxes. Smiters, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful world that is Japan. This minced meat from growing calves and little piglets. It's the... Who the what? Let's forget that sentence happened. Why'd you have to put it like that? Jeez. Why'd you have to make me lose my appetite? That's what it takes to lose your appetite? Holy shit, I'd love to be your friend. Oh, well, think of all the little piglets must have died to give you this wonderful meal. Oh, you don't want it? Oh, that's fine. I'll have it for you. I could get along with her. I'll give you the rest of it. All right, I'll take it. I'm not pronouncing it like it's written. Take? That's snatch. That's on the point of thievery. Himeno takes the rest of the meatballs from my lunch with the amazing rhythm. Rhythm? Is she dancing and taking it game? Rhythm? The reason that we can't have two Davettes. Oh, for God's sake. May. Awesome. May lost my appetite wasn't because Davette's story scared me. Mantem Aquarium and I are connected in a way that I'd rather not think about. But you're going to anyway. You're speaking to your head gremlins again, aren't you? Of course, May has no idea about that hang on. Is him? That's Davette, isn't it? Yes. Davette has no idea about that connection. If she knew, she'd never mention Mantem Aquarium around me again. Or she would show you'd go off your seafood. All I'm doing is I'm thinking ahead for you so it doesn't happen to you. At the same time, I've been afraid that this thing might cause Davette to stop talking to me. Davette is pretty much my only friend. It isn't that I haven't talked to anyone since entering junior high, just that the only person I can actually call a friend is Davette. Seriously, I think this whole Mantem Aquarium rumour obsession is getting to be a bit much. Jesus Christ, you're a bit close to me. Personal space, woman. Maybe there's some rumours, though, like that there's a man's ghost in the tanks, that the deep-sea fish booth is only open on a full moon, that the water changes into blood, or that you can hear crying from behind the tanks. That's probably true, judging by what we saw. You don't sort of, draw all that just for it to be untrue. Hang on. Are these two random Japanese characters in the background? What are they? What, hangman in a chest of drawers? Japanese people are weird. Why is the clock not showing a time? I'm trying to see if there are any hands there, whether it's just really bright. No, some dastardly child has gone and taken off the hands. Damn all the teachers so everyone doesn't run out. Also, these papers... Hang on. Let's close the text box so we can take a proper look at these. These papers are just here for no reason. Are they to make this look better in comparison? I don't know. Maybe there's a piece of chipped wood underneath. Also, I didn't think lager was in Japanese schools. Japanese schools, you're so weird. You just let children drink. That there looks nice, though. I assume that's a reflection. There's a light like you can't see up here or something. Oh, yeah, we read that. Oh, that earlier one goes with this one. Also, no, that's fine. You don't need to say any more. I say firmly, causing Davette to make a sour face. Still looks like she's smiling to me. Soon after, Davette changes the subject. First to a TV drama that aired the night before, then to some cute fake nails with cats on them she just found in a magazine. She then talks about a classmate who was dating a boy from a nearby private school, alighting on one subject before quickly changing to the next. I'm glad you didn't speak about that subject anymore. I might cry. Normally, the subject of Mantem Aquarium shouldn't have popped up again. Anyway, getting back to what I was talking about earlier. What exactly are we getting back to? Mantem Aquarium! I looked into it, and this Sunday will be a full moon! Huh? That was all I could say. The rest of my words were unable to come out. This music is befitting of your mood. Oh no, she's gonna say something that ruins my life. Ruins my life. Like, you know what I mean? So, we should go and see if the rumours are true or not. But, I know you aren't interested in stuff like urban legends, May. Are you? Oh, come on, now you're just stereotyping. That's what I do to Japanese words. That's where Ogu Pigu came from. You just add a U on the end of stuff. But next week, we'll start preparing for the end of the semester. Term, damn you Americans, term. And I won't be able to hang out with you. Lately, we haven't got anywhere together, have we? If the full moon was next Sunday, I'm sure Davette wouldn't have said anything. But I suspect because it happens to be this Sunday and next week happens to be our exams, she's chosen Mantem Aquarium. Is there no way they can, like, refer to Mantem Aquarium without having to say Mantem Aquarium every time it's brought up? I know that I'm not hiding my confusion or my hesitation very well. Even so, Davette turns her carefree grin my way. So, since it's an aquarium, even if the rumours aren't true, we can still have fun, right? And what if they fucking are? We see red, there's blood everywhere. This does not sound like a good deal to me. What am I getting out of this? This sounds terrible. Well, that's true. Usually, anywhere I go with Jimeno... Fuck. I said the real name. Bollocks. About Davette, I have fun. Whether or not we'd have fun was not what I was worried about. By the way, May, in the east building of Mantem Aquarium, they have a Häagen-Dazs. What, like the ice cream? Or is this something completely different? I know it's like Danish, but I don't speak enough Danish to know what that is. As in the eat-in restaurant? Oh, good. For exposition purposes, you put it in anyway. They had closed up at one point, but it looks like they're reopening for a limited time. But it's not ice cream. If it's not ice cream, I'm not that interested. Is it Häagen-Dazs spelt like that? I thought it was just Das. No, they've never heard of this. Oh, it's with a Z. Oh, now I'm completely disappointed. Now it's definitely not ice cream. Ruin my dreams like that game. Really? Really? They have the cookies and the cream flavour you like too, May. Of course I hesitate, but in the end that settles it. Then we'll go... What? What the fuck is wrong with you? What? You have a deep tie-in that doesn't make you want to go to Mantem Aquarium, that doesn't even make you want to speak about it. You were scared of the rumours, but because there's... Hang on, what was it? Cookies and cream? You're now going? Oh my god, I can see how you get into trouble more regularly. Jesus. If this is just things that you do, I can see why your life's going wrong. Then we'll go. As long as we definitely get some cookies and cream. Saying you have no money because you did too much shopping is out of the question. I know, after all, I'm something of a glutton myself. Oh, fuck off. Fine, fine. In the end, we... I'm not a fan of people, you know, grabbing for attention, saying they're fat. We settled on Mantem Aquarium and ice cream for Sunday. Since I have already received my reward money for moving on to the next grade, I don't need to worry about my allowance. Still, it's been 5 years. We're gonna stop the music to emphasize this is dramatic. That's what they've done. Still, it's been 5 years, Jem. Did you say something, May? Nope. Nothing. Music's back! Oh, for fuck's sake. I bite my tongue covering the words that are carelessly spilled out. I'm looking forward to the aquarium. It's probably been about 10 years. 10 years, and it's still... whatever. I'm looking forward to the cookies and cream. It's probably been about... Oh, Jimeno said it. Okay. I'm gonna say, wait, what? That's not true. It's the truth. That's the only thing. I'll eat there. David goes, you little... And she playfully stretches her cheeks. The end of lunch chime sounds, and Jimeno goes... Fuck, what the hell is wrong with me? And David goes back to her own seat. If it's with David, I'll be fine. That's what I told myself at the time. Okay, so this is in the future and you're narrating it back. That's what I told myself at the time. What is this, a change in scene? Do I have to press space, or am I waiting for it to do it by itself? I'm waiting for it to do it by itself. We'll try and skip transitions such as that next time. Okay, we're in a train station, or a metro of some sort. Lots of Japanese words. I presume this is probably a JVM, which has been translated into English. What does that say? Mantencho Station. Okay, so we're in Japan. We know that much. I know nothing. These books look... I mean... These look nothing like this should be. This is 2 young girls in, like, Magic Land, and they have really long hair. And then here, this just looks like calligraphy. Sunday is 3 days after that. The day I promised to go with David to Mantem Aquarium has arrived. We are to meet at noon at Mantocho Station. As is customary for me, I arrive 30 minutes early. What? Oh, let me guess, and she gets there late? Why do you bother showing up 30 minutes early? I always used to show up early with my mates, and then they just got late, so I just showed up on time. These things work themselves out. Leaning against a pillar, I do nothing but space out. Leaning against a pillar... I did not know they have the technology in Japan to have invented invisible pillars by now. Or chameleon pillars. It could be that it's blended into the background. Also, common pose again. Does anyone actually stand like that? I mean, try and do that. Okay, so you have to have your forearm pointing at you, with your fingers sort of touching the side of your shoulder, and then your other elbow needs to be... Oh my god, I feel like I'm doing some sort of weird dance. I feel like I need a tutu. Jesus. Also, I was wondering whether she was standing on tiptoes, but I think she's just wearing really weird shoes. Oh, come on, there's a warning sign on the stairs. What's it going to say? Remember, these are stairs. Ugh. Tons of people pass before me. Mantem is really crowded on days off. Even so, there aren't really that many families or groups of students. Everyone around me appearing to be adults. That does make sense. Because of that, I quickly begin to feel uneasy. Within this crowd, I'm alone. Inexplicably, my head begins to hurt. I wonder if David will be here soon. You arrived half an hour fucking early. I mean, you've only got yourself to blame. Ugh. I mutter to myself, then look at my shoes. God, why did I buy these hideous, hideous shoes? They offer close to no protection at all. Deep blue sandal boots that were this year's newest product. Product or fashion trend? When Mum and I had stopped off at a department store on Saturday, she bought them for me after some coaxing on my part. They were far from what you'd call high quality. Really? But they were still a bit pricey on a junior high school's allowance. I'm not usually the type to beg, but I couldn't take my eyes off these boots. My mum bought them with almost no resistance, saying you're going out of town, so you need to look your best. What? You did coaxing and begging, but she bought them with almost no resistance? Doesn't sound like you did much. I liked both their form and their colour, and found them a better fit for the summer season than anything else. I take my cell phone out and check the time. There are still 15 minutes to go until we're to meet. Since David is always 3 minutes later than the time we established... 3 minutes? That's so specific! Why show up and then wait for 33 minutes every time you meet up? Are you just being a martyr? That's what it feels like. Also, what is this poking out of your head? It doesn't seem like it's attached to your hair, or like it could be attached to anything, in fact. Also, if the rest of your hair is so short around here, why do you have sideburns? I didn't think those were normal. Whatever. Since David is always 3 minutes later than the time we established, I've got about another 20 minutes. I finished reading my paperback on the train, so I have nothing to kill time with. There is nothing I can do about it, so I decide to keep myself from boredom by watching the people passing by. If I don't keep myself distracted, horrible thoughts will revive in my mind. She never said that, Tenarium. Just pretend it didn't happen. I'm always worrying about what will happen if I'm late, though. It had actually been about a month and a half since David and I had gone out. We always talked at school, but rarely spent time together afterwards. Anyone who saw us probably thought we were opposites. Outings like this aside, I often spend my days off at home. Okay, I get it. You're a loner. Come on. I know occasionally you have to do a bit of banging on the noggin just to sort of get the message across, but I feel 5 nails smashed into my brain at this point. I get it. She's a loner. When I was in elementary school, our family would go out often, but lately that's been limited to dining out on Sundays. So when I'm asked what I do when I stay home, I usually just say I do nothing. Doing homework and watching TV is stuff that seems pretty common to me. On the other hand, the other end of the specimen is David, who goes out regularly, often his stories of when she went on karaoke on weeknights, or about how she travelled out of town on Sundays. She's a member of an active sports club and often hangs out with them afterwards. Going out of town on the already limited days we have off tends to make me think, even though it's a day to rest, I don't feel rested at all. In other words, something like this is a difference between David and... I get it! You're polar opposite... You don't need to tell me it and then summarise it as well. I mean, I was there when you were telling me. Without much common ground between us, why we became friends is... Suddenly the lights fade from my vision. It wasn't just that it had become dark, but that I had the sensation of being unable to breathe. But rather than sweating it, I get a little mad. Oh, right, okay. I thought something was bad, but no, apparently she just covered your eyes. What the fuck are you wearing? Have you been taking fashion tips from when Green Day went shit?